Geothermal energy, a viable option for off-grid communities. Title: Geothermal energy, a viable option for off-grid communities. Introduction. Access to electricity is an essential aspect of modern life, providing power for lighting, cooking, heating, and running various appliances. However, numerous communities around the world, especially in remote or off-grid locations, still lack access to reliable electricity sources. In such areas, traditional means of generating power are often impractical and costly. This is where geothermal energy comes into play, offering a sustainable and economically viable solution for off-grid communities. In this article, we will explore geothermal energy, its benefits, and its potential as a reliable source of power for remote communities. Understanding geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is derived from the heat stored beneath the Earth's surface. It is a renewable energy resource that harnesses the Earth's natural warmth to generate heat and electricity. The Earth's core consists of molten rocks and metals, which release a significant amount of heat. This heat energy is trapped within the Earth's crust and can be accessed through natural geothermal reservoirs or by drilling wells into the Earth. How geothermal energy works. Geothermal power plants utilize the heat energy from the Earth's hot rocks and convert it into electricity. The process involves drilling deep into the Earth's surface to access the geothermal reservoirs, which contain hot water and steam. This steam is then used to drive turbines connected to generators, converting the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Alternatively, in areas with lower temperatures, the hot water from the reservoirs can be directly used for heating and other domestic purposes. Benefits of geothermal energy for off-grid communities. 1. Renewable and sustainable. Geothermal energy is a clean and renewable source of power, utilizing the Earth's natural heat without depleting finite resources. Unlike fossil fuels, geothermal energy does not produce harmful emissions or contribute to greenhouse gases, making it an environmentally friendly choice. 2. Independence from external fuel sources. Off-grid communities often rely on expensive and unreliable fuel supply chains for energy generation. Geothermal energy provides them with an independent and stable power source, reducing their dependence on external fuel supplies. This independence ensures a constant supply of electricity, improving the quality of life and enabling socioeconomic development in these communities. 3. Cost-effective solution. While initial setup costs for geothermal power plants may be high, the operational costs are significantly lower compared to traditional energy sources. Geothermal energy is a long-term investment, as the resource is virtually inexhaustible and requires minimal maintenance once established. Additionally, off-grid communities can reduce their expenditure on purchasing and transporting fossil fuels, resulting in substantial cost savings over time. 4. Job creation and local empowerment. The implementation of geothermal projects in off-grid communities creates employment opportunities, driving local economic growth. 5. This stability allows for uninterrupted use of electrical appliances, improved healthcare services, and enhanced educational opportunities. Challenges and considerations. Despite the significant advantages of geothermal energy, certain challenges and considerations must be taken into account. 1. Initial high costs. The initial investment required for setting up geothermal power plants can be expensive. However, the long-term benefits and cost savings outweigh the initial capital investment. 2. Limited site availability. Not all regions have suitable geothermal resources, and feasibility studies need to be conducted to identify viable locations for geothermal power plants. Access to geothermal reservoirs might be geographically restricted, which could impact the viability of implementing geothermal energy systems in certain off-grid communities. 3. Environmental impact. While geothermal energy is a sustainable and clean energy resource, there are potential environmental concerns to consider. Geothermal energy has the potential to revolutionize the way off-grid communities access electricity. With its renewable and sustainable nature, geothermal energy offers a cleaner and greener alternative. Tied to traditional energy sources. By tapping into the Earth's natural heat, geothermal power plants can provide a reliable and continuous power supply to communities in remote areas. One of the primary benefits of geothermal energy is its independence from external fuel sources. Many off-grid communities rely on expensive and unreliable fuel supply chains for energy generation. Geothermal energy eliminates the need for such dependencies, providing these communities with a stable and constant source of electricity. This independence not only enhances their quality of life but also paves the way for socioeconomic development and empowerment. Geothermal energy is also a cost-effective solution in the long run. While the initial setup costs for geothermal power plants may be high, the operational costs are significantly lower compared to traditional energy sources. Once established, geothermal energy requires minimal maintenance and has virtually inexhaustible resources. Communities can save substantial amounts of money by reducing air expenditure on purchasing and transporting fossil fuels. Moreover, the implementation of geothermal projects in off-grid communities brings along job creation and local empowerment. Building and operating geothermal power plants require skilled labor, which can be sourced from within the community itself. This not only reduces unemployment rates but also improves living standards and boosts the local economy. Another advantage of geothermal energy is its continuous and reliable power supply. Unlike solar or wind energy, which can be intermittent, geothermal energy provides a constant source of power. This stability enables uninterrupted use of electrical appliances, improves healthcare services, and enhances educational opportunities in off-grid communities. However, there are challenges and considerations that need to be taken into account when implementing geothermal energy in off-grid communities. The initial capital investment required for setting up geothermal power plants can be high. Feasibility studies must also be conducted to identify suitable locations with accessible geothermal resources. Not all regions have viable geothermal reservoirs, which can limit the implementation of geothermal energy systems in certain off-grid communities. Additionally, while geothermal energy is environmentally friendly, there are still potential environmental impacts to consider. Drilling and extracting heat from geothermal reservoirs can release amounts of greenhouse gases and other pollutants. However, these emissions are significantly lower compared to fossil fuel-based power generation. Geothermal energy could be the key to providing electricity to off-grid communities, especially those in remote locations. These communities often struggle to access reliable sources of electricity, making traditional means of power generation impractical and costly. Geothermal energy offers a sustainable and economically viable solution to this problem. Geothermal energy is derived from the heat stored beneath the Earth's surface. The Earth's core is made up of molten rocks and metals that release a significant amount of heat. This heat energy is trapped in the Earth's crust and can be accessed through natural geothermal reservoirs or by drilling wells into the Earth. Geothermal power plants utilize the heat energy from the Earth's hot rocks to generate electricity. The process involves drilling deep into the Earth's surface to access geothermal reservoirs, which contain hot water and steam. This steam is then used to drive turbines connected to generators, converting the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Alternatively, in areas with lower temperature, the hot water from the reservoirs can be directly used for heating and other domestic purposes. There are many benefits of geothermal energy for off-grid communities. Firstly, it is a renewable and sustainable source of power. Geothermal energy harnesses the Earth's natural heat without depleting finite resources. Unlike fossil fuels, it does not produce harmful emissions or contribute to greenhouse gases, making it an environmentally friendly choice. Secondly, geothermal energy provides independence from external fuel sources. Off-grid communities often rely on expensive and unreliable fuel supply chains for energy generation. Geothermal energy